Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel for another video. We do have a upload tonight talking about our new promo that we have and the new cards that we have. We're going to be talking about some of the SBCs that were released, the objective, and just a couple other things, team changes, transfer market updates, stuff that will be important to you guys. Guys, as always, if you enjoy the videos, thumbs up do help them. Never necessary though. Just appreciate you guys always tuning in and just supporting no matter what. So we start off, guys, and we have a insane right-wing Ronaldo. Now, I made a couple moves today on the market. Some of them I've already sold, but I tried to sniper Ronaldo. I got one at 3 mil, and then he got a price range update to 6 mil. And I tried to sell him at 5 mil, and I got too greedy, and I ended up only selling him at 325. So I made like almost no coin, 3. So I made like 150k, which is good. But yeah, we have some really crazy cards, and I think I'll pull it up on Flippin just so you guys can see it a little bit better. But I you know what? Actually, we'll look at them on console. There's a couple of cards that are pretty nuts, and I guess the vibe about today's promo is that these cards are just really expensive. So it didn't really impact the market much, and this is kind of what we're predicting. I mean, you've got a right wing Ronaldo. He's a left-footed on the right wing, and he's obviously 3 million coins. Then we look up top, and we have a Vinicius Jr. Now this Vinicius is a great card, but again, as an 85 rated, he's 660k. Now it's a cool card because he's high-low and he's got 5-star skills. So I love this card selection. I really do. 99 agility, and I just think this is going to be such a fun card. So I think EA did a really good job today in terms of selecting players that were very, very in demand slash meta. I guess the problem is as well when it comes with that is when you have big name players in their meta, they're going to be really expensive. We have an insane looking Richarlison card. This guy is rare as heck. He's 1.8 mil. There's only one page of him, but he's Brazilian. He's in the Prem. He's 4-star, 5-star. He's high medium. And, he's just got an insane card. This guy should be a beast in this game. I would be surprised. I think the only thing I'm a little disappointed about, but, wasn't expecting was obviously I would love if EA gave him like a 5-star, 5-star. And, I didn't think they were going to give Ronaldo a 5-star refill, but if they did that, it'd be pretty cool. Although, I'm not going to complain. Now, Ribery got a price range update today. He went extinct at 2.3 mil. He is currently 2.1 mil. But just mental, man. And this is a card that, if you guys remember back in the day, this guy used to absolutely ruin people on FIFA. So we've been hoping for this to come into this year's game to get a really, really good Ribery card. And they've done it, man. They've given us a pretty crazy Ribery card. He's 5-star, 5-star, which is nuts. Any player that's 5-star, 5-star, just to give you a couple, Neymar and Cruyff are just insane on this game because it just allows them to obviously do whatever in whatever position. So, this is a good card as well. Really responsive in terms of the dribbling stats. Shooting is pretty good. You're going to need to boost the shooting stats. But again, showing my point of EA went really hard today. I think for me, what's really interesting is the Conte that they gave us. This is a center back Conte. This is quite an interesting card. I mean, he's a little undersized, but clearly people are using him. He's 800k. And I don't know how important size is. I do think that he's very undersized as center back, so you are going to get caught out. But really good pace and great defending and great physical. So, again, great card selection. I think the last one I wanted to brief over real quick was the Ferland Mendy that we got in the midfield. This card looks really cool. 700k, but medium-high, and they did boost his agility and balance a lot. And that's important with Mendy because Mendy feels clunky, man. I don't know. Mendy's card, I mean, that's 86, 83. I have the 85. And then the agility and balance on the one that I own is, let me see, 85, 82. Oh, that's actually not that big of a boost. See, actually, guys, that's not a big boost. And this guy feels a little clunky out wide sometimes. So just keep that in mind. Now, guys, I went ahead and I bought a team today. And I wanted to change up my team because I was getting really bored of just kind of using the same players. So my favorite goalkeeper of all time, Neuer, finally an SBC that I did a while back, which, by the way, his inform rose now 130. It's now 130k. So it was a great value SBC looking back on it. I picked up this Alaba. He's already 380, but I tried him out. He's really good. Just to give you guys the heads up on this dude. Very, very good. I'm liking him so far. We're currently 10-0. We just mounted a comeback against a very good player. So this is the team. We got Davies and Kimmich. We got a little Bayern link over there. I picked up Best today at 5-1-3. And we're playing a 4-1-2-2 slash 4-4-2 with these guys. So Best, he sold at 5-5 earlier. I'm probably, the goal with these guys is, to reward myself a little bit for the trading. I wanted to try these two out. I feel like these guys are insanely good players that just kind of get overlooked because they're not R9 or they're not Ronaldinho, but I think they're insane for this year's game, especially Garrincha. He's the guy that I love. I love this baby, and I'm loving this card so far. He's been an amazing cam for me early on. 5-star skills, obviously high-low work rates, so obviously something you really like to see when it comes to him. And then obviously Neymar is just never leaving the team. I don't care what price he goes to. That guy always needs to be in my team. So that's the team pickups that I made today. In terms of the market, I actually didn't do all that much. We just got new man of the match cards, just so you guys know. Gnabry got one. Havertz got one. So we got a couple interesting man of the match cards. They're starting to hop onto the market. But again, I don't love that EA's not doing the dynamics. They've done a couple weird positions as well. I know that just as you guys are tuning into this video, we also got a Fred man of the match, and then we got a Havertz man of the match. There was one other pretty big one that we got. I don't remember exactly who, but we have a Fred man of the match here, which, as you guys can see, is getting packed, but people are going to be using that card. But again, right, I don't like the copy-paste designs. Now, SBC-wise today, what player did we get? We got Zakaria. Now, this is a card. There's a 200K SBC. You know, he made Mbabu go up 100K today. So, clearly people did the SBC, and Bundesliga is a popular league. I like this card. I mean, I think if you have a Bundesliga team, you should really consider doing this. He's got a very, very good card. You just got to be careful, guys, because EA are releasing a ton of SBCs, a ton of center backs, and I just don't want to see you guys get caught up and just kind of like eventually getting too many center backs. And like that's something that you, I think, should be aware of. You don't want to get all that many center backs into your club because long term it's just going to hurt you, man. You're going to not know what to do with all these center backs at the end of the year. I think you guys should start to look out and figure out how many fullbacks do I have in my club, how many center backs, what kind of league teams am I using. I think that's very important to always consider and look at. So 91 strength, 96 aggression, obviously a very good card there. So that's a great card in my eyes. And then obviously just player picks are still there. So that's really the content that we got today in terms of that. And then we got another weekly objective, which is kind of an interesting card. It's Bartra, but you know, it's not all that bad. This guy, it's not an awful card to be in a weekly objective. Just 8 wins and rivals Spanish players is going to be tough. If you are in a tough higher division, that is not going to be the easiest thing to complete. So again, it will probably be another week where I'm not completing that. In terms of updating you guys where the transfer list is at, we've got a couple other cards that we're still trying to work on selling. These De Jongs are just a loss, right? At this point, they're just a loss. We did well, though. We picked up a lot of cards today in the panic, and we're flipping them. And the only really investment right now that I've made, I've got to try to get rid of these Wijnaldums, which are turning out to be a loss. He just didn't rebound, and I got really unlucky because Trent came out. That was a big L for me because Trent came out, and it really hurt the investment. I picked up a Trent today at 350, I think, 348. That's when I was buying Ronaldo, so I'm going to have to take the loss on him. But then we just made a little investment last night with a couple of these right backs to the Serie A. That's really the only type of like... Because I know you guys are always curious about things that I'm in as like an investment. That's the only investment right now that I'm kind of riding with. What I wanted to say as well tonight is that, guys, literally like SBC fodder is so disgustingly low. It's crazy. Onana right now, 85 Onana at the moment is 3.5K. So at the moment we have an 85 in this game that is 3,000 coins. 84s are like less than 2K. It is literally insane how profitable some of this high-rated market is, and I talked about it last night, but it is looking very, very, very intriguing if you were to invest and do a club stock. I still haven't done it because I'm still thinking that it's just not going to go up yet, so I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. I'm holding out on that kind of club stock that I told you guys about that I was going to do, and I just kind of keep waiting because I'm just not really seeing a way in which they're going to go up anytime soon, man. I don't really know. I never really advised to go crazy with it, but I'm happy that I didn't because they were getting cheap, and well, I just don't really see them going up anymore until there's like some really meaningful SBCs kind of in the air. What is interesting, and I want you guys to see this, man, because this is a lot of you guys watch this on a Friday night, so Saturday morning. This is what happens when there's nothing crazy on the game, right? A tall, newer cards that are in demand, Ben Yedder, these types of players today, guys, if you were on the market, just shot up, man. Like these cards, Ben Yedder's up 150 to 200K today. David Luiz is up 100K. Marcelo's up 100K. Lucas is up a ton. And Babu's up a ton, right? And Babu links, but Bundesliga Cam up a ton, right? So a lot of these cards, guys, went up today. And this is a prime example of what happens, on Friday nights when there's not really any promo. There's nothing that's going to impact a lot of these market values and make people panic. It's just the reality. But that's where this market is at right now. It's sky high at the moment. It is absolutely sky high. This is actually interesting me right now. Because this guy was like 140 all day, I think, right? Was there a left back in the Prem? He went down to 124. Was there a left back today that was released? I can't even remember. There's so many damn fullbacks coming out in this game. I can't remember. Was there a left back? Pereira. So people sold to get Pereira. Now this Pereira looks insane. Now I don't know if these guys are going to rise overnight. I really didn't do any overnight flipping last week with any of these cards. So I'm not sure if that's going to work, guys. I don't think I'm going to be doing any overnight flipping tonight. I don't like the prices really of any of these cards. They're very expensive, and I just don't know how well they're going to do. If you guys are wondering if I'm doing any ballsy things tonight, the answer to that is probably not. I'm probably not doing any ballsy investing or trading or things like that. All you'll see me doing is probably monitoring a couple icon prices and things like that. Now, I want to also confirm, did we get any confirmation on how long these cards are in packs until? Wow, okay, so these are going to be in packs all week. So it looks like EA might have stopped doing the Tuesday promos, like where the cards, like I think the last time we had that was Headliners, where Headliners kind of went out of packs the second squad on the Tuesday. It doesn't look like we're going to really be having that anymore. And then I guess the last thing is that tonight, guys, tonight should be the start of some more upgrades. We should be getting some more upgrades tonight for the teams that are going to be, advancing. So if you have the Kent SBC, if you kind of, if you have any of these types of cards of, teams and players from, this week's games that are going to be advancing and things like that, tonight should be the night that we start to get upgrades. It should be. I can't guarantee it, but it should be the night that we get upgrades. You should see Amaris go to, I think, an 88. A bunch of these Champions League cards theoretically should get upgraded tonight. Now, the fact that EA can't even tweet out new man of the match cards hints at a possibility that maybe they don't get upgraded. But yeah, that's where we're at, and that's what you guys could expect. I don't really know if we're gonna get all that much of a sell-off into the morning with the market. I think any of you guys should, with top tier cards, don't have to worry about really any crazy panic selling. I'm not expecting that sort of thing. It should be a pretty stable market. It looks like most of the moments cards are pretty up there in value. So it looks like the market is doing pretty well. The real look to figure out how the market is doing is always just take a look at the index on the icons. The icon market will always tell you how the market is doing. Right now, it got down to 60 today. Last night it was 63. So it's actually not that high tonight, which is interesting. It's actually really not all that high, but it's higher than it was at 1 p.m. So we have seen a rise this afternoon. But that's actually interesting because usually Friday night it's the highest. And last night it was clearly the highest. It almost hit. I think it hit 63. It almost hit 63 on the index last night. But it's crazy to see when you look at. I mean, take a look at like 80. I think index 84 is the funniest thing to look at right now. Take a look at the price of 84s right now, guys. So 84s are actually, they were lowest today. It looks like a couple because there was an SBC. I think a couple people were doing that SBC today. But look at this, man. 2K, right? 2K for some of these cards. Just mental, man. Just mental. Because if you look at the daily, right? This is the cheapest 84s have been, man, since October 26th. That is a long time, man. Since October 26th is the cheapest that these 84s have been. So mental to see. And yeah, obviously, thank you guys for watching the video tonight, man. Appreciate you dudes supporting. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.